Yo, what's up? So, back at it again, another day in Melbourne. So today was just wandering around most of today. We're just sort of, getting used to Melbourne itself. And it was a bit of a recovery day for me. After driving pretty much non-stop for the past 2 days, I kind of needed to have a bit of a sleep. So I was asleep till about, 9, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Aaron and Jemmz had both gone out for breakfast, and they came back and gave me a coffee, and that was enough to wake me up for the rest of the morning. We took the train in and I set up my Myki card on my phone, which is really nice. If you're moving to Melbourne anytime soon, maybe don't buy an iPhone and go Android, just because it seems to be so much easier to use public transport than Android. When we were coming along the train tracks, I thought it was really strange because there were so many weirdly shaped buildings, like ones that were curved, but then there were ones where it was straight up and then it would just kink and then go up sideways. It was just really unusual. And then once we had finally got to Melbourne CBD, we went to Hoosier Lane, which is this big graffiti area in Melbourne. Pretty much burned through my next roll of film by this point, so we decided to stop by DigiDirect and drop it off. Fortunately, they'd already processed it by the end of the day, so while we're hanging around the camera store, a guy called JD Strobist, link somewhere here, came around and spotted us and asked to take our photos. So we stood around and looked all interesting and took photos of each other. It was interesting. Once we were done with that, we headed to Michael's Soup Kitchen. It was pretty nice food. I had the spicy pork belly and the spring rolls, and they were really nice. It was kind of designed for you to build your own hot pot, but I really wasn't up to that. And at this point we sort of just went wandering all over the place. We ended up meeting up again back at Melbourne Central, only to go back out to Chinatown for us all to have a big wander. While we were in Chinatown though, I climbed to the top of one of the parking buildings, so I had a really nice view of all of Chinatown. When we were finished in Chinatown, we were going to head back to the central part of Melbourne City. We found this place on Google Maps called Daniel's Donuts, and one of our friends is called Daniel's, and he's a chef. So on the way we walked past the super wealthy part of Melbourne, and there was a Leica store. So just went to a Leica store, and everything looked so expensive, but I don't think I could ever have walked in. I just looked through the window and slowly went down the escalator. Yeah, I guess it's something only I'm gonna get excited about. When we were done at the donut store, we sort of just got walking and we ended up at the local park. And at the Flagstaff Park, there were so many dogs, and they were all just all over the place. So I got some photos of those dogs. And then when we were done there, we sort of headed home. We went to the local burger place just up the road, which is alright. It was really expensive when you're looking at the prices, but the burgers were pretty nice. And then once we'd had dinner, it was time to drop Phoenix home, and here we are, time to go to bed. Alright, tomorrow is the free practice one for F1, so we'll be trying to take some photos in Albert Park. Alright, see ya.